Alright, what you see here is a Hampton Bay Brookhurst ceiling fan. I got this at a pawn shop brand new in a box for $40, as it was originally going to go to a friend of my mom's. Though I'm not sure if that's still going to happen or not, so this might end up being part of my collection. So, yeah. Might use it for replacement stock or something, who knows. But I've always wanted to try one of these out, and I also really do like the look of these fans. I definitely want to get one in white, but I do like how these look in brushed nickel as well. As they definitely do look a lot like the original Huntington, well, the second version of the Huntington before they made the Huntington 2. There was like two versions of the Huntington 1, and SMC looking one, and then there was one that looked a lot more like this. So I think that version was an SMC made one as well, just redesigned a little bit. But yeah. It's in the brushed nickel finish, as you can see, with the walnut blades facing down. I definitely do like the walnut blades on this fan. Although it is cheap, I do like the coloration to it. Even more so than Hunter's walnut, in my opinion. One thing I don't like is that it is cheap MDF, so it can scratch a lot easier. Because that one did get a little bit scratched just by me weighing like a few screws or something on it. But yeah, it is using 3 LEDs in it. This fan is from 2013, so it's an early one. It came with CFLs originally. So the Euro sticker on the top, aside from the second sticker on it, it has a date code on it. It says April of 2014, which explains why it has these plastic fan and light poles on it instead of the Hampton Bay ones. I'm not sure if the brushed nickel one ever came with the Hampton Bay poles, but I do know that the white one did for a very short time. So yeah, let me go ahead and show it to light. Definitely lights up the space pretty well. Definitely gotta say, I really do like how it looks with the light on, especially the blades. The finish really stands out on it more in a dark environment like this. It's a very versatile fan. I really do like that it has the walnut option, and the other side's maple. And I got it because I figured if I was going to offer up a fan to them, I might as well try to do something that's like modern, like this, or something that was in brushed nickel. Because a lot of brushed nickel fans, you can kind of make it work in any situation. Whereas if it had like a darker blade finish or a lighter blade finish, it could work. And when I saw this on Marketplace at the pawn shop, I figured maybe go ahead and grab it. As I didn't really have too many fans of this style in terms of finish-wise that could work. So I figured I'd get this. And also it would be a way for me to try it out. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to end up keeping it or if they're still going to buy it off me. Either way, if I end up keeping it, I actually don't mind because it is a pretty decent performer, honestly. As I've already test ran it just to see if it was working and everything. But, yeah. Shut off the lights behind me to give a fair testing on the lighting ability of it. And I gotta say, it does light up the basement pretty well. I mean, it's only one light in the center right there and such. Let's go ahead and start the fan off on low. Now, the one thing I have seen with these is that they do tend to have a bad capacitor in them. That is evident by Jordan Yu's video of the white one he had in his computer room. And same thing with Lamont the Fan Man. His white one in his bedroom had a bad cap in it after a little while as well. But at the same time, when it comes to home center fans, that is something that you usually see happening in them quite a bit because they are cheaper quality fans for the most part. And I'm saying that for the most part because some of them, as they sell, they are not that bad, like the Windwards or like, especially in Lowe's case where they have some showroom brands there and such. But when it comes to a home center brand, like actually for the home center, not like Fanimation relabels or something, or like Kitschwer or Fanimation modeled specifically for walls and such. Usually, those are still good ones, but like when it comes to like something like this and such, that's different. But yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for at the same time. So I mean that there is that, but a capacitor really isn't a big deal. That is an easy fix. I gotta say though, on the low speed, I am feeling a decent breeze from it over here. Yeah, it's definitely a thing I can like see in many places. A restaurant, a kitchen, especially. Definitely in like a camper home, like when I was like more updated and such. It does remind me of some fans I'd see at camper homes as a kid or trailer homes. Um, there was a camper place that me and my dad would go to often to camp at. And in the trailer home, there were two fans. There was two four-bladed brass fans, polished brass to be exact. Both were cane-bladed and such. Though the one in the bedroom, there was one in the bedroom, one in the living room. One in the bedroom had a chunkier switch housing, the other one had a skinnier one. Unfortunately, I don't have any pics of them or anything, but yeah. But then they ended up getting sold at trailer home. So a family moved in. It was like a trailer home that people would just go in there for vacation time and such. But yeah. But yeah, just like it looks like a very simple generic fan that you could see in like a place like that, or even like a apartment complex. As I'm sure like already put in something cheapish looking. Those type of fans I do have a soft spot for, and that's something what it's kind of like what this fan looks like. So that's kind of the main reason why I figured that's the main reason why I like these fans quite a bit in terms of design. It's a very generic looking fan. And I keep telling myself, had this come out back in 2012 instead of 2013, I would have bought one of these in a white finish for my bedroom instead of the Glendale. I do like how these look a bit more than the Glendale, in all honesty, just because it's more plain looking. And plus, it's a better performer on high speed in terms of how fast it goes. As the Glendales are kind of sluggish on the high speed. Alright, now to move it up to medium. I'll move it up, it's a bit hot down here today. Or tonight. And with that wooden board on the side of over there starting to loosen up, I need to re-drill a corner of it back. As I'm guessing one hose, like a few of the holes started to expand and such. Okay, I don't know why it is wobbling so much, because it didn't when I tested it earlier. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm about to say, it was definitely wobbled a bit like it is now, but not nearly as much as it was just a second ago. Yeah, it definitely is pushing a decent breeze on a medium speed. I gotta check as to if I can balance the blades on it afterwards. It does have a bit of a wobble to it, but at the same time, that is mostly because of the box that's holding it, the fan box. One screw doesn't want to screw in all the way of the Phillips end of the half, so I just need to get a flathead for it, and I currently left that at the storage unit. So I figured maybe just do it like this just for this video. And then tomorrow I'll go to the storage unit and get the screwdriver. I have a lot of screwdrivers over there because I've been taking apart a lot of the blades that I moved over there and such. Okay, I'm still wobbling a bit more. Maybe I'm not sure, maybe one of the blade screws that's holding the blades is a tiny bit loose. And that could be what's causing it to wobble like this. I mean, it's a cheaper fan too, so there is that. But you gotta factor in. Alright, now for the high speed. And it's wobbling quite a bit on the high speed too. Nothing major, but yeah, I'm gonna have to check. Maybe one of the blades isn't screwed down all the way completely. That could be it. But I am feeling a bit more refreshed over here with the fan running on the high speed since it is a bit hot down here tonight. Well, maybe it might be better somewhat if I leave the board a little bit loose like that. That way I can get some air from outside so the heat doesn't get trapped down here like it used to. Because that board is partially the reason why it would get so hot down here when I used to store the fans. But at the same time, with it being like that, I can let all the other stuff down here get rusted quicker, so that is another issue if I was to leave it like that. Yeah, I do like it with the walnut blades, but for childhood reasons, I feel like I'd like it more with the maple, only because brushed nickel and maple is a very childhood look for me. And the walnut with brushed nickel is kind of more of a recent thing that's been going on in the past 10 years. Not that I don't like it, but brushed nickel with maple is a very childhood look for me. And it's definitely moving a good breeze, though. I mean, I was holding down that shade just to try to get it to not move around as much. Just so I can see the blades, and it looks like one of them might be a bit loose, so I'll have to check it after this video. See if it needs any tightening. Yeah, for it to wobble like this, it's most likely that I didn't tighten one of them properly. I kind of did just put it up quickly just to try to get it up so I can start filming right away. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I've only there was one of them I tightened blade screws to the blade arm by hand, and the other ones were tightened by of the actual screwdriver. I think it was the first one I was putting on that I just did it just to get it on there, and I ended up actually tightening out the other ones completely. No big deal. It's not gonna go anywhere, at least anyways. Alright, now I'll show off a new spin down, and then I'll show it on reverse. Kind of do wish I can hang a fan here permanently and let it run by itself like it was before, but I'd rather not because I'd rather just use this as a test area, if anything. Plus, of the fans, a few of the fans had started to rust a very tiny bit being down here, so for that exact reason, that's another reason why I figured I'd not hang anything down here permanently and just put up something, test it, and then take it down. Surprisingly, well, at the same time, the Minka Air, Ancon, and the Monte Carlo weren't up here for that long. They were like up for a year or two. Well, the Minka and the Ancon were down here for like a good 2 years. The Monte Carlo was more recently. But that's also a damp rated one, so that one wouldn't have been affected down here. I think it was more a few of them on the shelves. At the same time, to take down something I kind of got annoyed with somewhat quick was removing the Minka Air Mesa just to put up a fan in its spot to test it over and over again. That took up quite some time just to hang up something to test. So leaving it just bare without anything on the box, I prefer doing it that way. And the Minka Air won't get beat up as much being removed so many times, put on the floor and scratched, because that is the main reason why I got scratched so much being over here, because I took it down a lot. Alright, now for reverse. Sometimes it was like on a little bin in the corner, it would like fall off it sometimes by accident. So it got scuffed here and there in some spots. So if it's hung up, not being removed, moved back and forth a lot, getting kicked around, it won't get like that any more than it already is. And that is another issue that happened with the Ancon Petite as well. So after I had taken it down and replaced it with the Minka Air Mesa, as that fan was actually actually kicking around quite a bit. Hence why when I installed it the second time, it was a lot more scratched up than when it used to be installed over here in the center area. So I figured for that exact reason, maybe not have anything hanging here where I take it up over and remove it over and over again just to test something in its spot, because it will just end up getting beat up in that case. Plus, it was kind of very time consuming doing that at the same time. Time it took me to take it down, basically I already would have gotten a video done by then, basically. So I can get videos filmed a lot quicker by not having anything up and such. Alright, now for reverse medium. Alright, now to put it on high. Interestingly enough, it's not wobbling that much on reverse like it was on downdraft. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.